It's game on. The Vikings are in the playoff chase. 3 games remain, and this is a big weekend for the Purple. The victory or vacation tour winds down the Mississippi against the formidable Rams. From Russia with love, this Wolves standout is all business, and he's here in Minnesota to get basketball back into the playoffs. Off season, but busy shaping up with new ownership, attitude, and purpose. Talking pro soccer, Minnesota FC style. And our fantasy guru is in the house to set your rosters. It's time to get your game on.
It's Adrian Peterson around for 210 against Green Bay last Sunday. And Peterson stays in bounds and is finally tackled inside the Chicago 30 by Lance Briggs. A 52-yard run on the first play from scrimmage by Adrian Peterson.
The roller coaster is up this week, operating full steam ahead. How can you not, with the beast running the ball, Adrian Peterson shooting for 2,000 yards off of a great team victory over the Chicago Bears last weekend. Bring on the Rams, the Vikings in St. Louis in a pre-playoff matchup. We're talking about it today here on Game On. And delighted to have you with us from the Dakotas to downtown Minneapolis. Okay, just slightly off my GPS in Uptown. Rod Simons, Game On TV. Have a great show for you. Still loving the fact that we beat the Bears, but we have business down the Mississippi against the St. Louis Rams. We'll be talking a lot of purple with one of the scene stealers that wore purple, Josh Robinson, in just a few seconds. We're also going to be getting back in the day with some old school radio from 2 of the slickest cats in the business. They'll be on with us. Got Andrei Kirilenko from the Timberwolves, and as always, grab your fantasy sheets, because the guru will be talking about it in just moments. Got a lot to get to, but as you know, we always start Game On by the numbers. And when we look at the numbers, that's right, 1,600 yards and eyeing Eric Dickerson's record of 2105 with 3 games left. The Vikings' only road win of the season was on September 30th against Detroit. The Rams have won 3 straight games, and the winner in this one will likely end the others' playoff hopes. Delighted to have one of the stars from Sunday's gigantic win over the Bears in the house. Josh Robinson, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's not waste a second. Let's get right to it, because I know you've still been thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
First quarter, you guys put a gigantic hurt on the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
The Beast gets into the end zone. You guys are back on D, and lo and behold, there's the ball. It's an INT. Walk us through what happened.
Man, just a great job as disguising the coverage. You know, defense did a great job right there. Quarterback didn't know what he was seeing, you know, and threw the ball to a spot. I happened to be right there in that spot, saw the ball coming. As soon as I catch it, I just looked to see who's in front of me, you know, and I see a big guy, 97, Everson Griffin, and then I see a 52, Chad Greenway, ready to block, you know, so I just take off and just started running, and those guys led the way. You know, Chad made a great block.
And had it not been for a sliver of AstroTurf, you would have had another touchdown.
Yeah, man, and I was hoping I was in there, you know, but fortunately, you know, we put the offense in a great position, and they were able to get that touchdown a couple plays later.
And one of the beautiful things is, you watch that play,
Mm-hmm.
you look like you are comfortable with the football. You've been on that side of the ball before.
Oh yeah, man, that's my first love. You know, I love having the ball in my hands. You know, being a receiver in high school, you know, that's like, okay, that's back home. You know,
Yeah.
and it was just an awesome feeling.
Speaking of an awesome feeling, you guys couldn't have been any higher. That was a gigantic win. We know you got to take care of the Rams on the road, but when you needed a win, you got one against the Bears.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, we know we can't lose any more games. You know, we let some games slip this year that we should have probably won, and we know we can't do that anymore. So now we're gonna make sure we finish games. You know, not caring about what offense are doing, or even if we're slipping. You know, just making sure everyone do their job and we get that win.
Is your job easier with a guy like Adrian Peterson on the team?
No doubt. No doubt.
What's it like watching him and actually being his teammate while he's having this monster season?
You realize you're watching greatness. You realize in years to come, you're going to be able to tell people, my rookie year, I played with that guy.
Yeah.
You know, and that guy is special. You know, everyone knows that anyone can say it. You know, he's doing some amazing things, especially after coming from the injury that he suffered.
One of our teammates here on Game On, guy we affectionately call Webby, pointed you out in the preseason and said, this is my guy. He has been with you since day one, high and low. You've had a spectacular rookie season in that you've made it into the starting lineup and you hit like a truck. You're playing to stay.
Well, I appreciate that, especially someone being with me, sticking with me, even though I got scored on a couple of times this season that was like, you shouldn't give those up, but, I appreciate someone sticking with me like that.
You had tough duty against the Bears with Brandon Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
Very few people can cover him.
He's a great receiver.
He's trouble.
Yeah, he is. He's a guy that has size, a guy that once he touches the ball, it's kind of hard to hit that ball out of his hand.
Yeah. Okay, enough about the Bears. They lost the game. You guys win the rest. Do you think fate's on your side?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. No doubt.
Awesome.
No doubt.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
And next time, get in the end zone.
Next time I will.
Let's scoot over a little bit.
Next time I'm going to jump to the right instead of forward. Just jump to the right.
I love that.
Thank
Josh
you so
Robinson
much.
announced. Number 21, keep your eyes because he's going to be around for a while. Only here
Thank you, sir.
on GameON. We certainly try to make it easier for you to get your game on. Download our new GameON app, available on your iPhone and Android too. You'll find all our shows, photos, links to all our sponsors, all kinds of cool stuff. And you can get inside GameON with our website, blogs from all our contributors, and we link you to our partner site, which is purplepride.org. So check us out, GameOnTVMN.com.
Kirilenko in the lane, and how pretty is that for Andrei Kirilenko?
He's the biggest free agent acquisition of the offseason for the Wolves. AK-47 next on GameON.
Hi, I'm Christian Ponder with the Minnesota Vikings. I know how important it is to fuel up so that I can be successful on and off the field. As a partner with the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 programs, I am proud to encourage all of my fellow NFL players to do our part to make sure kids get the nutrition they need to learn and play at their best. Go to tasteofthenfl.com and NFL.com to find out how you can help. Welcome to the team.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, that's Rob.
When I lived in this apartment, the 49ers won the Super Bowl. I used to watch every game from this exact spot. This exact spot. I didn't know what else to do. This is my lucky seat, man. The team needs me, man.
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes.
And welcome back to Game On at Bar Abilene in Uptown. Few shopping days left until Christmas. Get out and get that done and enjoy. Hope you're making your holidays festive. You might say our next interview is from Russia with love. Not Kevin Love, Andrei Kirilenko love. He loves being in Minneapolis. He loves playing for Rick Adelman. He loves being back in the NBA. He loves the fact that his Russian team did very well in the last Olympics. And as you talk to him, he thinks this is a basketball team that will love the playoffs.
Paint feeds AK, and he's got a chance for a three-point play.
You know, when we look at what's happening now in this season, you got to be pleased because you're contributing. You're kind of a veteran presence in making a big impact on this very young team.
Well, you know, I've always been a very energetic player, and I'm very happy to help in many ways. And I think this year, with Rick Adelman as a head coach, you know, we have a very young and ambitious team. You know, previous years, everybody, you know, I've been playing in Jazz, and everybody been counting Minnesota as a weak team.
Right.
And you know, I think it goes up right now. It goes up, and it gets stronger and stronger. I think this season, everybody take us seriously already. You know,
Yeah.
they think, you know, this team, they're going to be, you know, very, very tough team to beat.
Fed to Kirilenko for the two-handed stuff.
You had your options on different teams. Why Minnesota?
Well, as I said, it's a lot of different things. It's like a puzzle, you know. Everything is got together. First of all, coach. You know, I've heard so much about Rick Adelman, and you know, I wishing to work with him. You know, back in the days, Sacramento days, Vlade Peja Stojakovic, Chris Webber. You know, that team was one of my favorites. Then in Houston, he did such a great job. You know, I heard so much from the Russian guys who actually played in Houston, and of course, Russian guy. We have a Russian Alexei Shved in the team. You know, it's another plus. Then you know, I wanted to be in the team who's unvaluable. You know, too. And I think Minnesota did such a great job. You know, during the offseason, kind of chasing you and give you that understanding that you know they want you. And it's very. I don't know if you understand it, but it's a good feeling when the team chasing you and they want you in the roster.
Oh, Kirilenko just got another block.
We needed a veteran like you to come in and help solidify this core. You've done that. You're blocking shots, you're rebounding, you're scoring, you're doing so many things on each night.
Yeah, as I said, you know, I've always been a kind of energetic player.
Yeah.
And with Coach Jerry Sloan for 10 years, you know, he kind of taught us how to play hard, how to play hustle night to night and every night. And it's pretty tough to do. It's not that easy.
Kirilenko in the lane, and how pretty is that for Andrei Kirilenko?
Are you into American football at all?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you know what Adrian Peterson's doing.
Yes.
Hard to miss that, huh?
Yes, he's a very good player.
I just love hearing it from all the different athletes, especially when you're from overseas.
He's a beast. Let's put it like this, he's a beast.
You're the best. AK-47 in the house.
Appreciate it.
Only here, thank you.
Thank you.
On GameON. You can keep up with the Wolves and the NBA with my weekly blog. It's Simon Says at Timberwolves.com. Stay up to date with all things inside the team. It's part of a great NBA website. Drop me a note too, Rod at GameOnTVMN.com, and look for a new Simon Says blog every Thursday at Timberwolves.com. Before we're finished, we're going to get our kicks with the stars, but next, he's on radio and you read him talking Wolves. Ray Richardson and one special guest next on GameOn.
Not enough time to shop for that basketball fan in your life this holiday season? We've made it easy for you by picking the games, throwing in a gift certificate, and sending it right to you after buying it. The Wolves Holiday Pack includes games against the Suns, Hawks, Clippers, and Lakers, plus a $20 gift certificate to the Wolves Pro Shop starting at just $99. Holiday shopping made easy and convenient just for you. Go to Timberwolves.com/holiday pack to get yours today. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Wolves United.
Lennox is more than just a name. We lead the way in home comfort products. Our invention of the first forced-air furnace back in 1895 changed the way America lives.
Liberty Comfort Systems is a Lennox premier dealer.
That means they're trained and evaluated to meet the highest standards in the industry. Lennox continues to lead with high-efficiency technology and superior equipment.
And it's all backed by Liberty Comfort Systems.
Some of the best people in the business. Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You gotta love being in Uptown. Heck, anywhere these days. It's cold, it's snowy. Watch out where you're driving. Love to have you come by for a taping. Check our website for all the updates at GameOnTVMN.com. And back inside Bar Abilene, great to have you with us. I'm very excited because we're talking basketball and music, two loves of mine with two very, very good friends. This is Ray Richardson and Chantel Sings. If you have not listened to KMOJ on Sunday nights, back in the day, you're missing out. I'll tell you some of the grooves we'll be talking about here in just a minute too. Thank you for being with us, you two.
Thank you for having us.
They're both trouble too, so we'll try to control the situation here. Cool Daddy on my far right here.
Cool Daddy.
It's great stuff. We'll talk radio in just a second, but first, you saw the Kirilenko bit. You like him as a basketball player. You cover the Wolves for the Pioneer Press.
I like his versatility. He's very media friendly too. I didn't know he was that media friendly. He loves
nice
talking
guy.
to us.
Yeah.
He's got a good English accent. He learned the language pretty well from being in Utah for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be a great addition to this team. He's already proven it, that he can do a bunch of things on the floor, defensively, on the offensive end. Very unselfish player too. He likes to pass the ball, which is a commodity now in this league. If you got a guy like that can pass the ball and don't mind giving it up, you got to hold on to a guy like that.
Let's talk about what you guys do together. Now, you write basketball. You guys together are dynamic on the radio, Sunday nights on KMOJ. Back in the day, it sounds like you've been together forever. It's been almost 3 years. What's the magic like?
You know what? I am just really blessed to be a part of the show. the way we met, I was just working, doing some emceeing at an event, and Ray walked in and saw me doing that and decided that he wanted to have me as a co-host, and it's been almost 3 years, but it's just music that we both love, music that I love, I grew up to.
And great stuff, by the way. Let me tell you, Stevie Wonder and Aretha, little Barry White, OJ's, Spinners, you're covering it all. This is the Whispers, good stuff.
Yeah, it's very good stuff. Everything from the 60s, the 70s, and 80s, all old school R&B, everything that you love. This music takes you back, brings the memories back.
You're not young enough to remember all.
I remember, okay? Back in the 60s, I was about
old
whatever.
enough. You're not old enough
I
to.
would be about, I don't know, 2.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's delightful that you like the music. The more I listen to today's music, I see roots of some of the good old stuff.
Well, you know, today's music is really built on the music we grew up with.
Right.
Yeah.
The foundation came from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. And I don't have a problem with young people, you know, sampling the music like they do these days, but as long as they pay homage to the people where they got the music from and give the credit to it, I think it's a good thing because it sort of keeps that music alive and gives it a today's spin to it. We have a lot of younger people that listen to our show every Sunday that hear a certain song and they say, well, I thought somebody today did that song.
Yes.
Right.
But they sampled it from a song from the 70s and 80s, and I love to hear that.
Yeah.
And my girl here, she's younger. You can tell she's younger, but we have a generation connection. You know, she's the younger connection, I'm the older connection, but she's on the show because she knows the music, she understands it. She has a mom that sort of played the music around the house, you know, cleaning up the house and singing around it, and so she's told me this story a lot of times that a lot of songs that we play, her mom was playing it at home.
Right.
So that was sort of her education to the show we do today.
Do you guys have a favorite artist then and now?
Well, my old school favorite, I have a lot of old school favorites, but I think on the show my favorite band or group is the Spinners. He knows it. I went to see them at the Coda Jazz. I got an autograph, I got to meet them in person, almost interviewed them, but I didn't get a chance to, but I love the Spinners. So.
Right.
In terms of artists, I'm gonna give you 3 categories. For bands, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Just one, Ray.
That's my favorite band. My favorite vocal group is the Temptations of all time. Favorite solo performer will probably be Shaka Khan.
Long term, national. I keep telling you guys this, but you listen to your show, and you got a groove. There's a vibe there. Have you ever thought about telling Q at KMOJ to get you national, for Pete's sake?
We would love to do that.
Right.
If somebody wants to hop on board and be a part of America's hippest old school radio show, we'd love to do that.
It really is a heck of a groove. If you have not heard it, you got to go to our webpage, GameOnTVMN.com. We'll give you the link to KMOJ. You gotta hear these guys do the thing. Back in the day is the best. Thank you.
I love the way you say back in the day.
Oh, because
back in the day.
And I just love it. And I'm going to be. Those are my CDs. No one else gets those.
No, those are yours. Don't let them get away from you now.
Just let me get the Spinners OJs, and you can have the rest.
I just love that stuff. Happy holidays to you guys.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you.
We'll have you back very, very soon in the new year 2013.
Yes, we look
Chantel,
forward to
we
it.
love
Thank
you.
you very
so
much, Rod.
Big man.
Thank you.
Cool Daddy in the house. Only here. Back in the day on GameON.
He makes, for the most part, awfully good decisions.
It's fantasy football crunch time. Get your lineups ready. But next, we're talking Star Soccer, only here on GameON.
Twin City Wireless doesn't care about our competitors. We care about you, the customer. We care that you get the best prices. Plans starting at $40 a month, unlimited text, talk, international text, and internet.
Twin Cities Wireless carries all the latest models of phones and accessories and handles all service providers.
At Twin City Wireless, your problem is our problem. Twin City Wireless now has 2 locations, Brooklyn Center and Northeast Minneapolis. Twin City Wireless, it's not just business, it's personal.
Welcome back, it's Game On from Bar Abilene in Uptown. Delighted you're with us. You know, you look out your window and about the last thing you're thinking about is soccer. True enough, I understand with the weather, but there is a group of people behind the new Stars FC Pro Soccer team that are working nonstop to get you ready and behind this new soccer team by the opener in April. Once again, time to talk soccer from the beautiful Guthrie Theater, renovated in 2006. One beautiful facility for the arts. Come here and see A Christmas Carol, get in the holiday spirit. And we're in the spirit talking soccer. This is Djorn Buchholz, the CEO of Minnesota Stars FC, and you remember the coach, Manny Lagos. Great to have you guys with us.
Thanks for having us.
Gentlemen,
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being with us. The team has been purchased, finally not owned by the league. Your guys' reaction since I finally get you here?
Well, I mean, this is something when many of us came back in 2011 after the National Sports Center had owned the team and then the league took over. This was a, kind of a short-term goal for us, and it's nice to be sitting here right now with that mission accomplished. And I think this is really it's a new lease on life for the team. And then I think we're in a position now where we've got an amazing ownership group that's going to, give us the ability to thrive rather than just try to figure out ways to stay alive, and we couldn't be more excited.
And we had Dr. McGuire on last week, and they seem very, very serious about putting a winning team on the field. That's got to make you very, very happy, especially after all the roadblocks and things you've had to work around over the last
years. And I think the term winning is, winning for the community. I mean, I think the reality is I think we've built a very successful club in terms of, we won a championship 2 years ago and we got to the finals this year, and so the success has been there. But I think what this does is it brings a competitiveness both on the field and in the business side. And I think from the business side, it means really giving the community that high-level soccer and hopefully more access to it with more people. So it's just incredibly exciting. I mean, I feel like when you look at the last 2 years and what so many people have dedicated this sport, and not just within our club, but this community have wanted and really strive for something like this to happen, and then to have somebody like the McGuires come in, and like you just said, and hopefully you talked to him, and he was very articulate. They've really done their homework, and they're incredibly excited to really contribute what we're doing to this community.
Well, we're going to keep you guys on the top of our radar as well. And what do we?
We've got a scarf.
Oh, you're planning for
to go with your jersey.
Oh, you're official.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And if people want to get Stars stuff, how do they do that?
Just straight on our website. We got a store at www.mnstarsfc.com.
You got it right there for you. Go to the website, check it out. You can also check them out at GameOnTVMN.com. There's a link right there for the Stars. Get you right to their website. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thanks.
Happy holidays to you.
As well.
Let's get kicking in 2013.
That's right.
And we'll be talking more Stars as we continue right here, only here on Game On. Time again for the Bud Light lineup. The Vikings will be at Houston. Man, is that going to be a big game. The Wolves against Oklahoma City. Go for football. Bowling against Texas Tech. And Go for basketball welcomes Lafayette on the 22nd. It'll be North Dakota hosting Northern Colorado. North Dakota State against Morehead State. South Dakota State at Belmont. And Green Bay hosts South Dakota on the 22nd. Don Lucia's guys get Air Force on the 29th. St. Cloud State and RPI. Holy Cross visits UND, and North Dakota State at Williston State, start of the new year. If we weren't locked out, the Wild will be getting Chicago in a big game at the X, the Twins with Twins Fest, the Swarm will welcome in Washington on the 26th, and NASCAR, season's not far away, February 17th is when qualifying begins. Game On Podcast is always fresh and new. Go to the website to get it. Rod Webby and the A-Train, looking at the week ahead, one-on-one with show guests, and much more. Podcast at GameOnTVMN.com. And that's your Bud Light lineup. It's playoff crunch time. Our guru in the house to talk fantasy rosters. Only here next on Game On.
Wolves Nation is the hub that connects the community and rewards fans. Take part in the fun by earning points, bragging rights, and badges. Every move you make gains you points. Interact and compete at WolvesNation.com. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Wolves United.
No better time than to get our fantasy guru in the house to talk big playoff action. Jeremy Johnson's here. Good to have you back. You took a little bit of a pounding last weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't one of my better weeks. Trying to go with the obscure names. Maybe some lesser known talents, but they failed me last week.
One of the players that he will definitely have in and urges you to is Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton, over the last month, he's just gone back to the form that he had last year where he is taking over games, kind of like we saw with like a Robert Griffith game against the Vikings. And his 72-yard touchdown last week, that's 13 fantasy points in one run, so that's huge.
Now this week's big three. Starts with Drew Brees.
Yeah.
I think he'll have a gigantic day because of the emotional lift that they've gotten with the Bounty Gate overturned by Paul Tagliabue.
Yeah, it's good for them to get those distractions out of the way.
Without a doubt.
Playing at home Drew Brees is a must start. I mean, he's a guy you don't want to be playing against this week. Josh Freeman should have a good game, but that's offensive battle all day long.
And then you have Trent Richardson.
Yeah, Trent Richardson is a guy who consistently has been, he's either scoring or getting the yards, but I look for him to do both this week against Washington.
And Kenny Britt.
Yeah, Kenny Britt, last week, 144 yards, so he's healthy. Tennessee's not a very great team, so they'll have a lot of opportunities to play catch-up on Monday night.
Nice. And question of the week comes from Siegfried Byerly, who you say is a real person.
Yes, absolutely.
And his question is, how do I sign up for the GameON Fantasy Challenge? Fill in the blanks.
Well, it's been a popular question all week that I've been getting via email. You can send me your email address at jeremy@gameontvmn.com, or you can send me a tweet at the GameON Guru. But either way, just give me your email information, and I'll be sending out the way the scoring is going to work, some of the prizes, gift cards from Malone's, a few other local restaurants are going to be getting involved, and we'll have some signed items to give away too.
And one of the things that I got an email request about was, you're not really into football, believe it or not, you're not into basketball, you're looking forward to baseball, and you're already keeping an eye on all the movement that's going on baseball-wise.
Yeah, it's a hot stove league and the winter meetings, so it's, guys changing teams, and it's still kind of evolving, but it makes for interesting baseball season.
Indeed. So we'll keep posted there, and you can also find out more about what Jeremy's doing, as well as all of us here at GameON. Go to our podcast that's available at GameOnTVMN.com, our weekly podcast, only here on GameON. And with that, it's time for our GameON update. And we've told you how committed to the community that the Vikings are, staging their adoption fun night last week. So glad to be a part of that. And with our cold weather, we're thinking sunshine, blue skies, warm temperature, and Rod's Golf. Excited to tell you that the 6th annual Rod Simon's Golf for the Gift of Adoption Celebrity Tournament is back. It's coming June 27th. So mark your calendars to join us at Troy Burn Golf Club in Hudson. We'd love for you to get together with us and help us build families, forever families, through adoption. Friend us at Facebook and check us out online, golfforthegift.com. And that's your GameON update. And before we go, a quick shout out to all the groups that join us at our tapings. Thank you to the Viking World Order. Always love having you guys with us. And the newest group, the T-Wolves Army.
Yeah.
Always in attendance. We love that. And you split your time between Vikings and Wolves game. So in closing, go to our website for all our updates, GameOnTVMN.com. Hope you have a great week. And how does a Wolves Army member cheer for the Vikings?
Oh!
That's enough for us. Keep your game on.
Game on.